The story goes that for centuries the Tarahumara tribesmen would run all day, distances of up to 100 kilometres, fueled on nothing more than their chia smoothies. It's a great story of ancient wisdom and endurance, but more recently chia has found its way into the Western health food market and demand is booming. Here in the Ord, it's taken over as the dominant crop. Now, this might look like a pretty sad, derelict sight to you, but to this nutritionist's eyes, happy, happy days, because this is a dead sugar mill. So a little quirk of this story is that this used to be a big sugarcane farming area. The sugar's out and in comes the chia. Not only is chia a healthy replacement in our diets, the way it's farmed also makes it good for the environment and the consumer. Now, one of the things that's really interesting about the way that they're farming chia here is that they're using something called integrated pest management. Now, what that means is that they're limiting their use of pesticides and insecticides because they allow nature, essentially, to do its work. So rather than trying to kill off any insects that are doing damage to the crop, they allow the really good insects and bugs to control the bad insects and bugs and allowing the plant to flourish with minimal use of chemicals. We're all good for that. Conditions here are so good for growing chia that Australia has become the world's leading supplier, by a long way. And the farms, in fact the entire business, is Australian owned and run. Now you're probably thinking this is all too good to be true, but guess what? It just gets better. Now, this is the chia ready for harvest. So if you take a look at this, come close and you'll see, if I pull that off here, rub away the outer husks, and you can see the chia seeds, and that's what you're buying. Cleaned up, got rid of the husks. And people think there's a difference between the black and the white chia. Actually, there's no difference. This is not more processed. You can see that's come direct from the plant. So exactly the same. You don't get much closer to nature than this. Righto, well, that's enough of me trying to make like a Tarahumara Indian. It's time to get back to the science. So how does this little grain then stack up nutritionally? Well, it's pretty powerful stuff, I've got to say. We could probably consume about a tablespoonful of chia. You wouldn't want to have too much more in your daily diet. So that's what I've got here. What's fabulous about chia is that chia comes out absolutely at the top of all plant foods in terms of how many omega-3s it delivers to you. Another amazing thing about chia is how much fibre it compares. If I take that tablespoon of chia, this has more fibre than all of this brown rice. Pretty incredible. Now, chia not only has really high levels of fibre, it's got two different types of fibre, so insoluble fibre and soluble. Now, the insoluble fibre, that's the stuff that acts kind of like a broom through your gut, keeping you really regular. The soluble fibre, you'll see when you put chia into water that it kind of swells and forms this gelatinous mix. And that's exactly what happens in your gut when you consume chia. And now that gelatinous mix slows down the digestion of the carbohydrates in your food. It slows down, therefore, the absorption of those carbohydrates, helping you to stay full for longer, helping to slow down your blood glucose response. So many fantastic aspects of the fibre in chia. So what about antioxidants? Our tablespoon of chia has about the same antioxidant power as that small bundle of blueberries here and this very large bundle of spinach. So, is chia a superfood? Well, do you know what? I doubt it's going to allow you to run all day like the Tarahumara Indians, but it's a pretty fabulous food. Great for fibre, good levels of antioxidants, it's got those plant omega-3s, it's giving you some protein, and the best thing is it's very, very easy to use in a number of different ways. And to me, the phenomenal part about chia is you're using that grain direct as it comes from the plant.